beneath the cold, greenish depths of Lake Michigan's Grand Traverse Bay. About 40 feet or 12 meters below the surface lies something very few expected to find. It's what some have called Michigan's Stonehenge. Discovered in 2007 during a sonar survey for shipwrecks, this submerged formation has sparked both excitement and controversy, not only among historians but also archaeologists. The full story, one that stretches back to the final echoes of the last ice age, remains largely untold. The discovery began with Dr. Mark Hawley, a professor of underwater archaeology at Northwestern Michigan College, and his entire research team. Their sonar was designed to locate the sunken remnants of the region's maritime history. Schooners lost to storms, wooden hulls cracked by ice, and other shipwrecks scattered across the Great Lakes. But what their sonar revealed that day was quite different. They found a formation of stones, some large, others smaller, aligned with such precision that it suggested human intervention and not random glacial movement. Upon closer examination, one stone stood out. It bore what appeared to be an etched carving of a mastodon, a massive tusked mammal that roamed North America more than 10,000 years ago, before going extinct as the last ice age ended. The implications of what they saw were staggering. If the carving is authentic, the site could be representative of human activity in the Great Lakes region during a period when mastodons were still hunted by early Paleo-Indian tribes. But how could such a structure, potentially over 10,000 years old, end up beneath Lake Michigan? To understand that, one needs to rewind to a time when the landscape was unrecognizable. You see, around 12,000 years ago, during the Pleistocene epoch, the Laurentide ice sheet, it was a massive glacier stretching over 2 miles thick. That's 3.2 kilometers. It had only recently begun to retreat, and as it melted, it carved the Great Lakes into existence. However, Lake Michigan's water levels fluctuated dramatically over the millennia. At times, the lake was hundreds of feet lower than today, exposing land bridges and fertile plains where animals like mastodons and caribou roamed, and where early humans followed, hunted, and built. The spot where the stone circle now rests would have been dry land, potentially a hunting ground, a ceremonial site, or a place of gathering. These early humans, likely ancestors of the Clovis culture, are known to have lived across North America at least 13,000 years ago, using distinctive fluted stone tools and hunting large mammals like mammoths and mastodons. The idea of these early hunter-gatherers constructing stone alignments, it's not that far-fetched. You see, similar ancient stone arrangements have been found on land across North America, often serving as hunting blinds or drive lands. These were designed to channel herds of animals into kill zones. And in fact, a site discovered beneath Lake Huron's Alpena Amberley Ridge in 2009 revealed a 9,000-year-old caribou hunting structure, a sophisticated series of stone walls used to direct migrating animals. It proved that prehistoric people in the region were capable of creating complex stone constructions long before pyramids were built in Egypt. Geologists, archaeologists, they believed that the Grand Traverse Bay site could represent something similar. The linear alignment of stones might have served as a marker for hunters, or perhaps a gathering place near a water source. And if mastodon carving is genuine, it could symbolize a successful hunt, or hold spiritual significance. Or maybe all those stones in a circle right there, that's where they cooked the mastodon, like a big grill. I just made that up, but everything else up to this point has been true. Let your mind wander a little. Look, the idea of these hunter-gatherers constructing these stone alignments is absolutely mind-boggling, but over thousands of years, as the glaciers continued to melt, the water levels rose. And around 8,000 to 9,000 years ago, the melting ice sheet led to rapid influx of water, flooding the lowlands and transforming the area into Lake Michigan that we know today. The stone site was immediately submerged and immediately preserved beneath the cold, fresh water. In essence, it became an aqua time capsule from a world long gone. Now, there's many skeptics, even those on the YouTube, that go ahead and argue that the stones could have been deposited naturally by retreating glaciers, known as glacial erratics, random boulders left behind as the ice sheet redacted. This process often creates patterns that can mimic human design. The mastodon carving itself is disputed, with some experts suggesting that the marks may be natural erosion that just so coincidentally happened to look like a really big elephant. And that sounds absolutely ridiculous to most people that hear it, but that's fine. That's what they believe, and, we listen and we don't judge. Look, the difficulty of working underwater, limited visibility, frigid temperatures, and the immense cost of excavation has left a lot of questions unanswered. They even talked about pumping water out of the lake to get down there, but that was ridiculous. Look, the stakes are high, and if verified, the Grand Traverse Bay site could push back the timeline of organized human activity in the Great Lakes region by several thousands of years. And this places it then amongst the oldest known archaeological sites in all of North America. And it would not only confirm that early inhabitants of the region built stone structures, but it would also reveal how their lives were intertwined with the mastodons and the ever-changing landscape shaped by ice and water. For right now, Lake Michigan continues to guard its secrets well. The cold, silt-laden waters keeping stones hidden, just as they have for millennia. But with advancing underwater archaeological techniques, 3D sonar imaging, and remote-operated submersibles, the day will come when the story of Michigan's submerged Stonehenge is fully revealed. And perhaps, with that story, a better and more clear understanding of those who first called this place home, a time when humans and mastodons walked side by side. These are Interesting Things with JC.